searching for the creature that made the wood knocking sound over that direction. We figure if it responded to us within that short amount of time, it should be somewhere close. And it can move fairly quickly because we didn't see anything in that amount of time. So we're going to head in this direction and see if we can find anything. Now we're keeping out for casts. Watch out, there's a thorn there. We're looking for like tracks. We'll come back and cast it if we have to. I know how to do it. And we're looking out for snapped twigs like this. That's a sign that he's walking by because he snapped branches like these.
But imagine him being about this thick of a branch. Just psh.
That end, it'll be about here. Because think about it, when you walk by, you stick it straight out. If he sticks it straight out and he's this tall, he'll break it off here.
And it's about my head height, about 6'2".
But the falcon monster I was explaining earlier, a report suggested that it had been shot by a little child who was hunting for deer and frightened him. And they found a trail of blood, these people did. And along the trail of blood, there were these snapped twigs, and they were every bit of this thick. And they don't know how that could have happened.
So just to give you a reference point, about as thick as this tree, right? This tree right here. About as thick as that.
I won't spoil the whole movie for you, just in case you do want to see it. We're going to see if we can upload a link to it on YouTube. It's a very good movie. I suggest it to you. There's another one I like. It's called Claude, The Legend of Sasquatch. Now it is a little more fictional, but it still has plenty of background in the Indian cultures, where this one comes from. A creature the Indians call Takahe. T-A-K-U-H-E. Well, apparently everybody thought it was a grizzly up on Echo Mountain, but it was actually Sasquatch killing people, and the Indians knew this. But it turns out, since that's up in the northwest, the people that went over there and didn't tell anybody about the gold there because they wanted it all to themselves. Well, there was these ancient Indian tribes there, and after everyone figured out that the miners were slowly being killed, they blamed it upon the Indians and the native tribes there, and they were all slaughtered for no reason, even though they had done nothing wrong. That's basically the gist of the movie. It does have some gore in it, so if you have a weak stomach, I would avoid it. But you don't see any on-screen things. All the stuff's done off-screen, and then they come back.
And another link to go to is look up Lost Tapes Bigfoot. These are tapes by actual people who are like us that were filming but got lost and ended up dying or something from running from this Bigfoot, and eventually their cameras got found, and well, they reviewed the footage and it's 100% real, no actors, no nothing.
Also, these sites, I would suggest to you bfro.net and Northern something Sasquatch. You can find it if you look it up on Google or something. But notice BFRO has many accounts filed away, and they also have links to some things. One's called Mysterious Monsters. They've also got some Ancient Mysteries of Bigfoot from the 70s, but they've got more information than most people do today.
And the best thing to do is we will be uploading, we'll put in the description of the video we're filming now, in the videos, we will put some good, healthy sites for Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Yeti, whatever you want to call him. Murphy's-Boro Mud Monster. He's doing some wood knocking again. I'm going to see if I can get down this with one hand. Just grab this, the shrooms.
Grab the what?
Shrooms.
Yeah, I see them.
Grab them?
Why? No, you don't have to. It's not slick there.
Just getting into this a little bit.
Look at that. Oh, shit. There's actually plenty of tracks out here. There's deer tracks, there's coyote tracks, there's raccoon tracks. So there is animal activity in this area.
But we had, yesterday, 2 days ago, we came out here and we did see some unknown tracks that we could not pinpoint.
Now, we're not saying it was a Bigfoot track for those of you skeptics who are watching this thinking, what idiots. But it wasn't anything we've ever seen before. Which leads me to believe we could take his side and say it might have been a Wendigo. because it was clearly not a deer print. It wasn't deep enough as all the surrounding prints were. It wasn't a raccoon print. It didn't have any claws like the rest of them.
And do not hold me to this, but I believe that the Indians around this place called him the Anunnaki. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that, like I said. But the Wendigo can be considered a Bigfoot. Some actual cryptozoologists. I mean, look at this. That's deer, right there.
Careful, let's look ahead.
Right here's a deer track.
Hey,
Okay.
we can go to this crossing up here. Cross up, because it's too hard. We'd have to jump here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back up and around.
Okay, I want to film this.
You go see, because there's tracks all over.
Now there's a deer track. Here's our tracks. I'm slipping and sliding and everything. So we will lead to believe a Bigfoot wouldn't sink in as much, but just leave like a pattern like this, just like across the top.
I do know where the track is. When we head back back towards civilization, I will find it and take whatever remaining battery length we have, which isn't much, I'm sure. And I'll record. Is it red?
No, it's yellow.
But we'll take it. We will get that on there.
And I hope if you guys are hardcore Bigfoot, Wendigo, cryptid believers, we are not fooling here. I may be the one that's considered the paranormal expert, but I do this research because I love this field of science. He loves the field of science too. Here, you want to take the camera real quick?
Yes, sir.
You can continue to film, just get me climbing up, I don't care.
Alright. Is it going?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get up here. You got it zoomed in most of the way, don't you? No, none. Alright. Go ahead and come up.
20 pounds heavier.
But these sites have links to YouTube videos, like I said, from the 70s. But if you watch through some of these, I think one's called Mysterious Monsters. It's actually got a skeptic on there arguing with Dr. Grover Krantz, I believe is his name. And he really takes him out to the woodshed. He really knows what he's doing. Handing it back to you. But he knows exactly what he's talking about. He argues with this guy and just beats him on every single point. I've taken tips from him. In my spare time, I write down points to arguments and how we can win them. And I don't make any of it up. I take everything that's available to me and I use it in my arguments. Such as a lot of people don't know. I mean, this doesn't deal with Sasquatch, but it deals with Loch Ness. People believe it's a plesiosaurus trapped in the lake, correct? Just like Ogopogo and Champ of Lake Champlain. However, do you realize that in 1977, Japanese fishermen caught a plesiosaurus off the coast of New Zealand? Just proving that it was actually there.
And did you know when the plesiosaurus was around, the ocean levels were at least 2 times deeper than what they are now, and they feel that it could go down to the bottom of the ocean. So, which means it could hide out.
Oh shit, snake! Careful.
Where the fuck is it?
It slid under there. It was a little one.
Okay.
But it still scared the shit out of me. But come on. I'll keep an eye out.
Which leads me to believe it could go to the deepest part of the oceans. And I'm not talking about the deepest part of the Atlantic Ocean. I'm talking the deepest part of the Pacific. Marianas Trench. Okay, I'm going to stop filming because we're getting to the red.
Okay.